Greetings, my name is Kristina Ishmael. My pronouns are she and her, and I serve as the Deputy Director of the Office of Educational Technology at the U.S. Department of Education. We are a small and mighty office charged with developing national ed tech policy that transforms teaching and learning with tech and enables everywhere, all the time learning for learners in early childhood, K-12, higher education, and adult education. I will join this roundtable as the U.S. representative and bring my own experience as a former classroom teacher and practitioner, as well as a policymaker focused on digital equity and opportunity. In January 2023, U.S. Secretary of Education Cardona launched Raise the Bar, Lead the World, building off his priorities to promote academic excellence for every learner and better prepare our nation for global competitiveness. The U.S. Department of Education has identified 3 major areas of focus, and we will continue to intentionally engage with and listen to parents and families regarding the needs of their children. Number 1, achieving academic excellence, which includes recovery of lost instructional time, an emphasis on literacy and math concepts, rigorous learning standards, and well-rounded learning opportunities that include early childhood education, science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM, and the arts. The American Rescue Plan provided over $120 billion for these efforts in rural, urban, and suburban schools to reach, support, and accelerate progress for students. We must keep standards and expectations for student achievement high. This means focusing on acceleration, not remediation. This recovery requires us to strategically use formative and diagnostic tools and provide tailored instruction and acceleration strategies that meet students where they are. It requires us to expand learning time, including additional time on task, extended blocks, after-school opportunities, and summer learning. It requires us to carry out high-impact tutoring, which we know when delivered on a continuous basis, ideally during the school day and by highly trained educators, can produce about an additional 5 months of learning gains. And finally, it requires us to provide more access to caring adults in the lives of students. Number 2, boldly improving learning conditions. This ensures that every child has access to proactive mental health supports in an inclusive and supportive environment that nurtures the students' and families' well-being. It also means that every student is taught by a certified teacher who is provided with professional learning opportunities and a competitive salary. The department supports holistic physical, social, emotional, and mental health needs. Student wellness and school success go hand in hand, and it is clear that in responding to this pandemic, we are facing a youth mental health crisis in communities across the country. Our administration will continue to support growing critical mental health infrastructure in our schools, including increased access to counselors, school psychologists, nurses, and other mental health professionals. American Rescue Plan funds helped school districts increase the number of school social workers by 54% and increase counselors by 22% compared to the pre-pandemic period. In the 10 years prior to the pandemic, the U.S. saw nearly 1/3 fewer teacher candidates. Shortages have only gotten worse, impacting almost every state, and particularly acute in underserved schools. School districts across the country have budgeted more than $26 billion in relief funds to address the shortages and support teachers. We know what it will take to restore and reinvigorate the profession, and it's through a livable, competitive pay, better working conditions, and opportunities for our best teachers to lead beyond the classroom. We need to do more to bolster pre-service and in-service supports to build and retain talent, ensure accessible and affordable pathways into the profession, support teacher candidates in their early years with high-quality induction and mentoring, provide professional learning and advancement opportunities, and then enact structural changes to support teachers' collaboration and leadership to affect instructional change, go beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. Third, creating pathways for global engagement, which evolves our P-12 systems in coordination with higher education institutions and workforce partners to establish multiple pathways to college and the careers of today and tomorrow. Preparing for global competitiveness also includes more and better opportunities for our students to be multilingual. Unlocking Career Success is an interagency initiative that reimagines how our nation's high schools prepare all students to thrive in their future careers and blurs the lines between high school, college, and careers, providing students with accelerated and innovative opportunities to earn college credits and gain real-world career opportunities. Led by the U.S. Department of Education, we are working in close collaboration with the U.S. Departments of Labor and Commerce, This initiative supports public and private sector leaders, government agencies, and other community-based organizations to help students earn post-secondary degrees and industry credentials that employers need and the economy demands. The Unlocking Career Success builds upon the best of high-quality career and technical education and sets the expectation that every student, not just those fortunate enough to be in a great CTE program, that they're ready for post-secondary education and careers and has the supports, skills, and plan to launch a bright and rewarding future. The main barriers to bridging the global equity gap in education include access and work done in silos. These barriers require collaboration between and with other countries to increase overall equity of access to education and the opportunities education affords, and moving beyond silos to work more strategically, whether it's between education systems like K-12, primary and secondary, and higher education, tertiary, or between ministries of education. I look forward to joining this roundtable to learn alongside each and every one of you, share failures and successes from the US, and advance our collective work in this space. See you all in London.